Good evening or good morning when this goes out. Thank you for watching. It is appreciated as always. So, the Epping Dinghy Diver has been found guilty of a assault on some children locally in Epping by a magistrate. I want to unpack this a little bit and discuss the sentence. I think it's unduly lenient. They were only given 12 months. Under sentencing guidelines in England and Wales, that means he'll likely be out after 4 months. And he's already served some time on remand, so he's likely going to be out before Christmas. This is a disgrace, but this is what I want to discuss with you today. There is a bit of nuance to unpack that other people may not have mentioned, so I want to be clear. He shouldn't be in the country. He should be deported. I don't much care what treatment he gets when he gets back to Ethiopia. Frankly, it's not my problem. Our problem is the security and safety of the people in the country. You abuse our system, you abuse our laws, you abuse our people. You deserve no hospitality, and you deserve no forgiveness from anyone in this United Kingdom. That's my stall. I'm going to look into this in a bit more detail now. Okay? So we're going to bring this up first of all. An asylum seeker hotel resident who sparked a nationwide protest after an essay on a woman and a 14-year-old girl faces deportation after being jailed for 12 months. The Ethiopian national, Hadush, whatever the middle name is, Gabatu, arrived in the UK on a small boat days before the incident and was found guilty of 5 offences following a 3-day trial at Chelmsford and Colchester Magistrates courts. On Tuesday, a judge told the 38-year-old his behaviour really highlights the poor regard you must have for women, adding Kabatu was feeling sorry for yourself knowing well and truly you were caught. That's the first part. The second part is the sentencing hearing at Chelmsford Magistrate Court told Kabatu he wants to be deported after serving his time in prison when his defence lawyer, Molly Dyers-Hadding, he held that view before trial. The court heard that the defendant also told probation officer that the United Kingdom was too strict after being convicted of an SA. Under the UK Borders Act 2007, a deportation order must be made where a foreign national has been convicted of an offence and received a custodial sentence of at least 12 months. As well as receiving a 12-month sentence, Kabatu was ordered to sign the offenders register for 10 years and was made the subject of a 5-year harm prevention order. I've got to say that due to YouTube. So there we have it. He wants to be deported and he thinks we're too strict. I think we're far too lenient. A short drop and a sudden stop would be my prescription for this fiend, for this beast, for this monster. We don't want him in our country, and yet we're forced to pay for the sucker in prison. We are being taken for mugs and we're being milked for every penny. The sentencing for magistrates, they only can give a 12-month custodial sentence. They can't actually give any more than a 12-month sentence. So this is the maximum sentence the magistrates could have offered. For certain circumstances, such as SAs against children, the Crown Prosecution Service may choose the Magistrates' Court if the case is less serious. I don't think it's less serious. Or evidence is straightforward, enabling quicker resolution and less recourse use. However, more serious or complex cases will be referred to Crown Court for trial by jury, where longer sentences and more detailed examination of evidence is possible. So it sounds like they knew he did it. There's no reasonable doubt that he didn't do it. Trial by jury wasn't needed. They processed him quickly to get him through the magistrates, to get a sentence and get him off the streets. Now, you can argue if this was the right or wrong decision. Me personally, I think it's curious that the people that were sent to prison for tweets last year, they got 3 or 4 year sentences, and they were specifically processed through Crown Court. Most of them pled guilty and were sent down anyway. Some people got trial by jury and were acquitted. So I'm of two minds why they've actually done this. Have they done this for expediency? Have they done this to quell dissent? One thing's for certain. I don't think is going to be deported. We haven't got a returns agreement with Ethiopia, even though we may be legally bound to issue a deportation order. The lefty lawyers that rule over us, such as Sadiq Khan, Keir Starmer, and the Justice Secretary, and countless others, Lord Hermer, our Attorney General, they will all be saying publicly they want him gone, but behind the scenes, they're probably working against it. Remember, Keir Starmer wrote the book on stopping the deportation of illegals, and one of the illegal migrants that was meant to be going out on the one in, one out policy with France, they can't even appeal that because the court is ruling against Labour. They're actually ruling against Labour now. The Home Office has been refused permission to appeal against a temporary injunction blocking an Eritrean man from being removed to France as part of the one in, one out agreement with the two countries. A 25-year-old who arrived in the UK on a small boat in August was due to be removed on the 17th of September and would have been among the first people sent to France under the pilot scheme. The last-minute reprieve by the High Court in London gave him at least 14 days to make representations in court to support his claim that he's a victim of modern slavery. The government argued that the injunction risked undermining the new returns agreement policy, but the Court of Appeal ruled against the Home Office lawyers. So the Home Office lawyers are getting ruled against by the courts. Now, when Labour were in opposition, they were very, very, very eager to back these lawyers blocking deportations because it helped them politically. Now, the very same lawyers that they backed while they were in opposition are now blocking the government's attempts to actually deport people. This is all by design. It's not meant to work. None of these people deserve any benefit of the doubt. We were right after all. The people in Epping are not racist. The people of the United Kingdom are not racist. These people are taking the piss. They are breaking into our country. They are putting our women and children in danger. We do not need to accept this. This is a travesty, and I'm sure you all agree. Now, if you like this video, if you think my suggestion that a short drop on a sudden stop would be appropriate, let me know. Let me know if you think I'm being a racist gammon. The evidence is clear. He's been convicted. Whatever the human rights lawyers say, I really don't care. It's not my problem. And as I said previously, the ECHR should apply to Europeans only. That's my view. Now, like and subscribe. Consider sharing the video. I will see you in the next one. You have a good day, and thank you for your time. Peace out.